It's our Off-Air Pod Show. It's our Off-Air Pod Show. We are the band guy, blah, 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 Fran Joe.
Hello and welcome to the Off-Air Podcast. My name is Liam and I'm present. Ben. Noted absentee. Belle.
Present.
Producer Andy.
Present.
Whoa!
Back in the saddle from Los Angeles. Producer Brody.
G'day.
Producer Tom.
What's up?
All right, that's everyone for this morning. Andy, do you have a fun anecdote from your trip? If you cannot produce one, you may have until the end of this podcast.
No, I do have. Well, it's not fun. It's not
That's
fun.
okay.
But I was going. Here's my Why don't I? Here was my hook, right?
All right.
All right. This was what I was gonna give you guys as like my bit of content, you know.
Yeah.
Hang on, we're getting the hook or the whole story? I'm confused.
Well,
Or do you think it's strong enough to be on the show?
I don't know.
Whoa.
Okay, all right. Well, see if
Kind
the
of what I was thinking.
if the hook really intrigues me, I
We'll
think
see
we'll
if you're
put it straight
worthy
in the
of
show. Yeah.
Well,
Okay.
worthy of the 640 spot.
All right. 13/24/10. When have you been involved in a drive-by?
Okay.
I mean,
Oh, look, we have no calls.
if
the
you are
hell,
in
Andy?
LA, that would go off. Like the phoner would be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't think there's many drive-bys in
What happened?
Australia.
Are you intrigued?
Oh, absolutely.
I'm guessing you were involved in a drive-by.
No, it's not. It's not very funny. We were so we went to see Taylor Swift, and it finished really late, and it was really hard to get home, because obviously there was 80,000 people.
Of course.
Public transport's not. It's not like going to the MCG where you get on Richmond Station and go wherever. And LA, I was explaining to producer Brody earlier, it's really big, so we're not actually. The stadiums are actually in the middle of LA.
What stadium was it?
SoFi Stadium. So
Oh,
it's in
okay,
Inglewood. So it's like an hour plus away from kind of downtown
Yeah,
LA.
yeah, right.
And so we had no luck getting a bus, getting an Uber, taxi, nothing. So we're like, well, there was an In-N-Out burger there. So we'll go and just eat, and then we'll wait half an hour, wait an hour, and then we'll try
Because
and
that's
get
a
an Uber
real
when it
thing
dies down.
that people I never did it when I was there, but it's like a real iconic thing, right? The In-N-Out burger, like people love it.
It's a very big California thing.
Yeah, like
Is
people.
it nice?
Yeah, they're really good burgers. And then so we sat there for kind of 45 minutes, an hour, and then we're like, all right, let's get an Uber now. Easy, called one, got one, it's fine. By this time, it's like 2 a.m. in the morning in a random neighborhood in Inglewood. So we're not in downtown, we're not in Hollywood.
Inglewood doesn't sound like a good place.
It's very much they're trying to make like the building, like the building
Yeah.
stadium, they're building another basketball one. There's like a casino and all
they got
these
Taylor Swift
kind of
playing
Lego
there, so
houses.
that's not bad.
Stadium's awesome, but very kind of it's a neighborhood. It is kind of near Compton for geography.
Some people are straight out of there.
Yes,
Shut up,
yes.
Compton.
That's the one.
And
Good work, Tom.
so we're on the street.
Thanks, Easy E.
Tom's done his input for
Sorry.
today.
it had died down a lot, and we were waiting on the side of the road for the Uber. The car starts to pull over, and my wife Kelsey's gone, is this a Uber? And I was kind of, the Uber driver started calling me, and it was a chaotic moment. I was like, what? Like,
Yeah.
I don't think so. But she's kind of looking and trying to kind of semi-hail this Uber down. Turns out it wasn't the Uber, and they
It was a gang lord.
They rolled down their window and
Yeah.
pulled up right next to Kels and threw a whole bunch of rocks at her, and then just drove off.
Okay, I was expecting someone to get shot.
No.
So it was a drive-by rocking.
It was a drive-by.
Were
rocking.
these year fives or something?
No,
Would it have hurt? Like, was
yeah,
it?
she got hurt.
Hang on. So it was like gravel, or was it
No, it
like?
was like big rocks.
So they stoned her.
yeah,
Why did they stone
it's
her?
kind of awful. I don't think it's funny, Bill.
I'm not the only one.
I just didn't expect it to go. I hope Kelsey's okay.
Yeah, I really do. But like, I really thought you were going to say it. Then
Yeah.
they pulled out these huge guns. They started shooting.
When she went to Cali and said she wanted to get stoned,
What do you
like
think
Snoop
I would-
Dogg, it's not what she had in mind,
Well,
you know.
do you think I would have mentioned if Kelsey got shot?
No, but like, if there was like a...
What happened? Oh, my wife got straight up murdered.
No,
Like she got
if
shot.
you were
in
like,
Compton.
they sped off and then they started shooting, like, oh, wait,
I was
that's-
expecting
yeah.
like a gangland, and you saw it happening, and but that's funny.
that's
I
also
actually like a
sad.
story when it's left of field, and you go,
Sorry, she
I
got-
wasn't going.
Sorry,
there.
she got stoned.
Okay, thanks, Bill.
Retrospectively, would you have preferred they pull guns or throw rocks?
Oh well, obviously
Obviously
rocks,
rocks.
but it's still not nice. I
Yeah,
would
it's really sad.
well, obviously were able to. Oh, you know, I would rather have them put Rod Underwood and threw money at us.
Yeah,
Like,
but it's
you
so
know
like
what?
it's so much fun. Like you could be like, oh, Kelsey, did that rock you?
Oh, okay, yeah, we're doing jokes. We're doing jokes about the. Yeah, that's funny.
the
No, I did.
stoned
No, I did
one.
the stoned one. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I don't think it's very funny.
Did it rock her socks off? She had to wear thongs home. No, that's good. That's a great story. I must admit. I sort of put you on the spot there, Andy, and you definitely delivered. So I appreciate that.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I don't know. Do we need to bring Andy up to speed on anything else? Yeah, we already told you that thing where we went to what we thought was Claire Polkinghorne's dad, and it was
Yes, no.
it was
we-
Claire Polkinghorne's
Yeah, that
brother.
one.
Already
That
got a
one's.
fair scrapping for that one.
Yeah, because it's weird because I actually was speaking to Claire Polkinghorne's mum, who isn't her sister, but then she was like, "Oh, what time do you need me?" But then you had replied saying, "Oh, don't worry, I've got the dad." And I'm like, "Oh, I figured the dad and mum are talking to each other, but
I see.
you
I
didn't
see.
have the dad, you had the brother."
May I, and I justified myself last week, may
Yeah,
I
yeah.
say, just for Andy's knowledge, it was actually given to me as, this is Claire's dad. Feel free to speak to him. And not
By another
Googling it. I should have,
producer.
again, by another producer. So I should have
Okay.
said, oh, no worries, and just done a quick Google, and that would have rectified the issue. But it was given to me as, saved as, Claire's dad.
Yes.
Thus,
Oh.
we've
Oh,
gone with
sorry, mate. We're just in the middle of a
Yeah.
podcast here. Did you
Are
want to
you
pull up a
right?
mic? Are you missing it? Boss David's just walked in. Let's roll up.
Just comes in with a coffee mid. You can see the on-air lights on.
As you like.
He has 1 week paneling, and he thinks
Like
he'll walk in whenever.
Like he owns the place.
I knew you were doing the off-air podcast. That's all. I just came in to listen. That's all I was
Oh,
doing.
that's
Someone
alright.
misses being in the
Oh,
on-air
yeah,
pod.
it
You
is
had to
fun.
come
It is fun,
in to
David.
listen. That's bullshit.
Did you? So you would have been listening like a hawk this morning because obviously you've been on the buttons instead of Ben over the last few days. I think you did a great job. I think Andy came in with a point to prove this morning. He played a very good game, but I think there was one point where he tried to get a little too like. But Andy was like, I don't know if you noticed him today. He was doing a lot of, like he'd press the buttons and he'd bring his
Yeah,
hand right
yeah,
up like a
yeah,
DJ
yeah.
at Coachella because he was proud of his work and I liked it because he was hitting the post and stuff, and it was like. He was putting on a real performance.
Yeah, he was
and
like,
it was
yeah.
funny because I reckon when you got to work, was it like 7:30 this
Yeah,
morning?
yeah,
So
yeah.
I saw you walking past with a coffee, and Andy must have seen him and gone, "I'm going to show him how good I am at paneling." And he did a thing that I don't think Ben's literally never tried. Ben's the normal guy, but he was like had like the bed
Well, you
of
should try it.
he had the bed of a Taylor Swift song which was playing underneath. And it did sound kind of cool. Like we sort of came out of the news and traffic, and Belle and I were like talking about what's going on.
Yeah, but in the
And
moment, I was
then-
like, I don't know where this is.
it would have
gonna
worked.
go.
I reckon it would have worked if the bed was faded down, and then there's like a beat, and I'm like, here it is, Taylor Swift, and then we go into it. But Andy tried, and I appreciate the effort, but tried to line up the bed with the song, and it just ended up sounding like a bad DJ set with like two shoes in a tumble dryer, like all out of time.
Before we listen, two things. Number one, I'm sorry for bringing the energy.
Yeah, no, I appreciate the energy.
Like you know, you guys are already stressed and flat. The Ben's not here, and blah blah blah.
Oh,
and
we are not.
I'm trying to, you know,
Yeah,
put a bit of
Yeah, it's great.
oomph into the room.
I think
it's a radio station.
I've been quite chill, and I think you've been like pretty chill considering Belle that Ben's not been here. But now I think you're stressing again that you think Ben's going to come back tired, which obviously he will, because
Yes.
that's what's going to happen.
Oh
if you've
yeah,
got a
he's
newborn
gonna
baby.
be a wreck.
But you're like stressing about it. Don't stress about it. It's
I'm
fine.
not stressed.
But
I'm
I think
just-
he'll be a bit tired, but then he will also have stories about being a dad and stuff.
Yeah, but he'll be like, yeah, I just went and Freddie did this, and he's gonna be a bit.
he'll be all right.
Okay, well let's hear Andy's.
Oh, the second thing I want to say
pile of
is
shit.
this actually we used to do this differently.
Andy, the audio producer, had half an hour to do this in
Yeah,
Pro
we used to
Tools,
pre-record
not
the
live.
break,
It's-
and then would get a producer to like actually match it all up so it sounds perfect.
Why was that producer? The philosophy behind it is that if you guys are talking under the bed of the song that's about to play, it's not just
It just keeps it
it's
moving.
not some generic bed, and then it punches into the song, and it sounds great. David's been asking us to do it for a while. I thought I would try it on the
Live
fly.
on the day back.
It was a
Yeah,
big
man.
mouthful.
Yeah,
It-
man.
yeah, it's
Yeah,
like
man.
it's like seeing, you know, because it's just there's movie magic. It's like seeing something in the movies and then like trying to do it in your lounge room. It's just not going to work.
All right, here it is.
And I want to talk about a brand new dating app that is actually probably already on your phone, and more people are on it than you think.
All right. Well, we'll get that after Taylor Swift with "Cruel Summer."
People dream high in the quiet of the night. You know that I caught it.
That sounded better then than it did live.
Yeah, it didn't sound as bad,
Yes,
but
but
it's still not quite. Can you also hear me going, all right, well, because I'm going, how is this going to work? In my head, you can hear me going,
Liam's looking at me, and I'm looking at the screen like, what is going to
all
happen?
right, well, here we go. And then you can see Andy's face like, trying to. But, I do agree, though. I think it sounds
Yeah, it
really good
sounded
in the
a bit-
songs
yeah.
underneath. Like, I feel like we should work out some sort of way of being able to do that. That'd
You
be
don't do
good.
that on your first day, though.
It's
a bit-
true.
Well,
That's true.
thanks to this, I won't do it on my second, third, or fourth day either. Like,
You gotta,
you knock a guy while he's down.
you gotta crawl, then you walk, and then you run for
Yeah.
sure. You went for the sprint. You tried to, but that's okay. I mean, we've got to have high ambitions here. Look, this off-air podcast has probably been long enough. We were gonna go through our dad's LinkedIn's because we were talking about that this morning, but
Yeah, but then David came in.
Oh, but the other thing, the other thing we have from Scudder is some audio of.
Oh, yes!
Yeah.
Yes. Freddie actually had his first on-air debut today. Did anyone hear it?
oh no, I didn't hear that.
Yeah, so when we were chatting to Ben, according to Scudder, because he was making the pod, and he said in the chat with Ben, you can hear Freddie in the background.
Oh,
So-
okay. Well, let's have a little listen.
I was doing some paperwork for him. Like you have to.
No, that's not. No,
Sorry,
Scudder.
that was my
That's
that
not
was my
Freddie.
chair. That was my
Oh,
chair
bless.
speaking.
That's Liam's chair.
That was 100% my chair. Yeah, Freddie doesn't sound like this. Can we have a little listen?
I was doing some paperwork for him. Like you have to.
That's a chair squeak, dude. That's a chair squeak. What did he say?
I got
What did he say?
a couple.
He's
I
holding
got
up
a
three
couple of
fingers.
other ones.
Okay, there's three.
Doing some paperwork for him. Like you have
It's my chair
to.
again.
Slow it down.
It's my chair.
Paperwork for him. Like you have to.
It's my chair.
Wait, I can do it now.
You can, yeah.
Yeah.
Hang on.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Oh, Freddie's in the room.
Oh my
Is
God,
that Freddie?
Oh, Scudder, bless. Nice work.
That was a nice pickup. It was a
Well.
nice pickup. Yeah, a strike for time wasting. But yeah. Anyway, enjoy, guys. Good to have you back, Andy.
I guess.